Some players chase greatness from the start. Others have it taken away and have to build it again. Shaun Livingston's journey is not just about basketball. It is about resilience, because everything can change in one moment. One play, one injury, one setback. And for Livingston, that moment came. A devastating injury. A moment that could have ended everything. Not just a career, but a dream. But adversity reveals mindset. It reveals what you are made of. It forces you to make a decision. Do you quit? Or do you rebuild? Shaun Livingston chose to rebuild. But rebuilding is harder than starting. Because rebuilding requires patience. It requires belief without results. It requires work without immediate reward. It requires showing up every day, even when progress is slow, even when doubt creeps in, even when the outcome is uncertain. Livingston faced that reality. Rehab, recovery, relearning movement, rebuilding confidence, because injury doesn't just affect the body, it affects the mind. It creates doubt, fear, questions about whether you can return. But Livingston refused to let those thoughts take control. He focused on what he could control, the work, the process, the daily improvement, because progress is built step by step, day by day, rep by rep, and that mindset kept him moving forward. But his journey required adaptation, because he was not the same player. He had to evolve, to adjust his game, to find new strengths. Mid-range shooting, post-play, control, patience, because greatness is not about staying the same. It is about adapting to what life gives you. Livingston adapted, and that adaptation created a new path, a new version of his game, a new role. But that role still mattered, because every role matters on a winning team, and Livingston became a key piece. Reliable, consistent, calm, because experience builds composure. Composure builds confidence. Confidence builds performance. And Livingston performed at the highest level, on the biggest stage, winning championships, because he never gave up. But his mindset goes deeper. He accepted the journey, the highs, the lows, the setbacks, the comeback, because acceptance creates peace. Peace creates focus. Focus creates execution. And execution creates results. But the deeper lesson from his journey is this: you can lose everything and still rebuild. You can face adversity and still rise. You can take a different path and still reach greatness. Shaun Livingston rebuilt his story, and that story became powerful. Now internalize this mindset. You must stay patient. You must trust the process. You must never quit. Say this internally: I rebuild when I fall. I stay focused. I trust my journey. I rise again. Because resilience creates strength. Patience creates growth. And perseverance creates greatness. Your mindset is your edge. There is a level of strength that most people never reach. A level where you are forced to let go of who you used to be and become something new. Shaun Livingston reached that level because after everything he went through, the game was no longer about potential. It was about purpose. Purpose in the comeback. Purpose in the process. Purpose in proving to himself that he could rise again. But rising again is not easy, because the mind remembers the pain, the setback, the uncertainty, and those memories can create hesitation. They can create fear. They can slow you down. But Livingston made a decision. He would not let fear control him. He would not let the past define him. He would move forward, step by step, day by day. Because courage is not the absence of fear, it is action despite it. And Livingston took action. He trusted his body again. He trusted his game again. He trusted his work, and that trust rebuilt his confidence. But his journey also required acceptance. Acceptance that he was no longer the same player. Acceptance that his role would be different. Acceptance that his path had changed. And that acceptance was powerful. Because once you accept reality, you can adapt to it. You can grow within it. You can find new ways to succeed. Livingston did exactly that. He embraced his new role, not as the main scorer, not as the centerpiece, but as a key contributor, a stabilizer, a reliable presence, because championship teams need players like that. Players who understand the moment, players who stay calm, players who execute, and Livingston became that player. His mid-range game, his control, his composure, all built through experience, all built through adversity. Because adversity teaches you things success cannot. It teaches patience, it teaches resilience, it teaches perspective. And Livingston carried those lessons onto the court. But championship basketball requires trust. Trust in your teammates, trust in your role, trust in your preparation. And Livingston trusted all three. He did not force the game. He did not chase moments. He let the game come to him. And when his moment came, he delivered. Because preparation meets opportunity, and opportunity rewards those who stay ready. Livingston stayed ready, every game, every possession, because he knew something powerful. Your role does not define your value. Your mindset does, and his mindset was elite, focused, disciplined, resilient. But the deeper lesson from his journey is this. You can face the worst setbacks and still find your way back. You can lose your path and still create a new one. You can change your role and still reach greatness. Shaun Livingston did all of that, and that is what makes his story powerful. Now internalize this mindset. You must embrace change. You must stay resilient. You must trust your path. Say this internally. I adapt to challenges. I stay strong. I trust my journey. I succeed in any role because resilience creates growth. Adaptation creates opportunity, and belief creates greatness. Your mindset is your edge.